Welcome everyone back to some more Enshrouded today. Hello Kongveal and Chris in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. Well, we have some exciting news as well as of this morning for Enshrouded that I wanted to quickly go over before we jump in, because they are actually fixing one of my greatest pet peeves with the game, and that is the lighting. In their next update, they're doing a full-on lighting overhaul, which I just cannot wait. Those were two of my biggest pet peeves: the lighting and the render distance. So we gotta check out the trailer for the lighting. I'm so stoked about this. Hey, Laughing Girl, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, I hope y'all are having a good day. Lately on the channel, we've been doing a lot of the RuneScape game. Plan to do another episode of that with Crimson this weekend, which will be fun. But yeah, I had to check this this trailer out. Not trailer really, just another sneak peek. But how's it going, Dean? Welcome. Grimmy, welcome. And Lori, how's it going, everyone? All right, maybe I'll give it a minute. People can mosey in, and then we'll check it out. But man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't know what day exactly of May this this next update's coming out, but I'm hoping soon-ish. We'll see. Maybe like mid-May, be my guess. Or if they're doing kind of, little sneak peeks throughout May, maybe it'll be toward the end, but I guess we'll see. Hey, Amy, welcome. Yeah, I can't wait, though. I can't wait. Couple other things. I finally got a smaller pop filter from my mic, so it's not like this big thing blocking my face all the time. So hopefully, I don't think it'll make the audio sound any worse or any of that. My old pop filter was just way too freaking big. When I was like looking on Amazon to order them, none of them like tell the dimensions of pop filters. This microphone didn't come with one because for like all my vocals and music recording and stuff, I use the big pop filters, which I don't use for streaming. So I'm like, with this one, I just got a super small one. I just ordered like a few packages just to see which one would be the right size. The other one was literally like 3 times as big. I'm like, oh, this is nice. They make a smaller one. So I did that. Got a little bit of new lighting in the background. I'm actually updating some stuff for my other channel currently. But yeah, it'd be cool. Hopefully it looks and sounds all right today. Sounds good to you? Awesome. Quickly go over what the new patch will be. Absolutely. So the next patch is going to be like a full-on Shroud overhaul. I forgot the exact name. I guess we could check out the trailer for it as well again. They've been sharing like lots of little sneak peeks and things about it, but yeah, it'll be like a whole revamped Shroud. And in the meantime as well, what we found out today that we're going to check out is basically the fact that they're going to redo the whole lighting system as well, which I'm just so excited about. Hey, Menacing Captain, how's it going? Cinco, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, the Critter Queen reminds you. Oh, the slum from Fortorama. Yeah. Kind of reminds me from the Queen of Valheim. That was a little bit like that, if any of you played Valheim, which I'm sure some of you have, because that's what I do a lot of on the channel, too. All right, well, we've got a little crew here. You guys ready? Check out the new lighting overhaul as of this morning. Update's not out, but this is just a sneak peek of what's to come in the next update. So excited. Finally get the contrast back and all the good quality. So sweet. Check that out. Check that out. We're gonna get full on like sun rays and sunsets in the forest now. This is what Enshrouded was a while ago, and this is even better. Like if they pull this off, oh my gosh. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, the update should be dropping this month. This is just freaking amazing. So this is what I didn't like, right? All the like flat visuals of the forest. They just like they made everything performance friendly and just flattened everything out, which was okay, but like here's the after. Like, oh my gosh. So much better. Yeah, we needed this. I was like, they kept going flatter and flatter with every update, and I'm like, this is just amazing. Yeah, check this out. Full-on windmill, new points of interest that they're going to be adding. Kind of like a big, yeah, mostly in the Shroud, but maybe even some other worldly stuff. Because the next update's going to have like where you go around and find gems, and to be able to like give your weapons abilities as well with new magical powers and all kinds of stuff. So like a combat overhaul, a Shroud overhaul, all kinds of neat stuff. Definitely. Hey, Sandra, welcome. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Definitely. This is just amazing. Yeah, get some stained glass. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm so excited for this again. A few of the new Shroud mobs there. We'll get some little green like things in the Shroud. We kind of had blue before. Yeah, even just the daytime though. We're getting some color back in the terrain. Love that. Love that. This is sweet though. Wonder if we'll get any new blocks as well. But yeah. I imagine maybe, but it's not a biome update, so I'm not positive. Yeah, this is so exciting. Ooh, get a big rib cage of some sort there. That looks like that's a fell dragon in the Shroud, coming out of the Shroud. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Thralls of Twilight, that's the name of it. I was like, what? Didn't have it on the tip of my tongue. That's the one. This game will be dropping on consoles, although unfortunately that will be next year, as far as I think. Yeah, I saw this clip, super hyped for it. Yeah, definitely. This was amazing. I just wanted to go over that because of yeah. I'm way too excited. Way too excited for that. And I don't know if that'll also be better render distance. I was also really hoping for better render distance in Enshrouded. But even if that's all we get, it's just like a big visual overhaul in this update. That's like one of the two biggest things I've wanted in Enshrouded, and super excited to get it. So yeah, I'm really stoked about that. PC's gonna melt. I don't know, Chris. I think I mean, based on their other updates and stuff, I doubt they're gonna make it like less performance friendly. Because they have the lighting in place. It's more of just a matter of kind of tweaking a lot of the stuff. But yeah, look at how flat the forest is right now. Like, it's so I mean, this is like, you know, rainy and stuff, but like, you know, I hope they fix the bloom thing that happens when you like look down versus look up. Because that makes it really hard to build and see. But yeah, just being able to see like a little bit of depth and some contrast in the trees and stuff. And I can only imagine what all the builds and stuff are going to look like at night. This is so exciting. Yeah, I'm really stoked about it. And Enshrouded needs another update. It needs another update. I'm looking forward to playing some more of it and checking that out. Getting ready for the water biome at some point. Probably either end of this year or next year. Yeah, really good visuals and everything. Yeah, I think it'll be a much needed update. I'm really excited. Gonna distract you again from V Rising's brutal mode. Probably won't regret it. Yeah. Enshrouded is an awesome game. It's an awesome game. There's been a lot of drops though, you know, like what is it? Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. There was obviously RuneScape. Lots of other things, and summer's coming around, so I always get like the bigger spikes on this channel in the winter, so summer's coming around, it'll be smaller groups for live streams and stuff, a little more intimate, which is fine. But yeah, channel growth goes a little slower in the summer when it's gaming channels. All the kids are like, you know, on summer break. Everybody over here wants to be outside, which is really good. I touch grass too. I'll go on mountain bike rides, which I'm looking forward to. That'll be nice. Hey, Jerome, welcome. Yeah, I wanted mermaids or pirates or pirate mermaids. Yeah, yeah. That would be cool, right? With the water biome. We get boats and everything else. Be awesome. Hey, T-Bird. You think we'll have to wait till the end of the year for the water biome? I think so, because this next one is, yeah, this next one, I don't, that'll be like dropping either mid-May to end of May. That'd be my guess anyway. And I don't think we're going to be getting water biome till at least end of this year. I mean, there's no way they would, you know, that's like, because we're already almost halfway through the year. They're dropping this major update. If they get the next one out, like, in the summer, I'd be shocked. But, yeah, I would guess probably toward the end of the year. It was on their roadmap for this year, technically. Originally it was, but I don't know. I don't know. They're still having some difficulty with the water stuff. VUCA mermaids. Oh, that would be funny. That would be really funny. Go ahead and turn my foliage off here. And there we go. Release it when it goes to other systems? Yeah. So end of next year, or not end of next year, spring of next year is when they have 1.0 announced, which is going to be coming with creative mode in Enshrouded, as well as the release on consoles and everything like that, like the whole game being out. So I'm guessing that the water biome would at least be either late this year, end of this year, or early next year, not later next year. If they're planning on 1.0 being for the spring. But yeah, it's possible. It's very possible that if they do have difficulties with the water biome, you never know. They could end up delaying it, which I wouldn't complain about. You know, the amount of times Valheim has kind of delayed updates or other games and stuff. And Enshrouded has like delivered on everything they say, and it's just, you know, I'll cut them some slack if they need to perfect their water biome a bit, because it is a difficult system for sure. Would love more assets. Yeah, definitely. Melanie, how's it going? Melanie Faust. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, all we have is this one side left of the mossy roof, and then it'll be done. Which I'm really excited about. I went ahead and finished the backside there off camera. We started on the backside, this little back section here, and I just continued it up to the top because I was like, it was just in the branches, so hard for you guys to see. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna continue that up to the top. We've just got this side, and then a bit of perfecting to do, and then that'll be the roof of the tavern, which we should get done today. Really excited about that. Takes a while, man, but this is gonna look good. Right? Can't believe how many NPCs we have now. Yeah. Hey, Christopher. Yeah, hope we get to build boats. That would be epic. I mean, I highly doubt it. In fact, are there any? Well, okay, there's mods for certain games that allow you to build boats, right? I know there's one for Minecraft. I know there's one for Valheim. Are there... I mean, Sea of Thieves is obviously like a sailing game. You could probably customize things on your boat. But, like, has there ever really been a good survival game where you can build your own boat in the game? Like, if that was a thing in a show, that would actually be, like, kind of revolutionary and pretty cool. I think, anyway. Rather, developers delay releases, give us a good game, exactly, as opposed to the schedule, right? Yeah, especially, yeah, Raft. That's right, Congbio. I knew something was like that, but that's like just a boat. Like, it'd be sweet if you know, games had more than that. Enshrouded, you could have this whole building system along with like maybe they do like a boat base, right? Like something like some base for the boat. And then you are able to snap or place blocks on the base. That's kind of how I could see it being done. Can I get in there? I don't think so. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of a lower angle here. And Let's see, there. And there. Well, okay, that might work. And then a couple more in the front here. I think another one. Yeah, we gotta do another. All right, hang on. Gotta blend that down. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, water biome won't be building island bases. Yeah, that'll be attacked. Yeah, the whole base raids, or island base raids thing. So I'm not fully sure what their intention is for that. If that's something that'll be, first of all, toggleable, if we could turn it on or off. And secondly, I'm not sure if it'll be like all islands in the water biome, or if it's just gonna be like certain specific areas. Yeah, I'm not fully sure about that. I guess we'll have to see what they have in mind. Hey Ashley, how's it going? Oh, Fountain of Youth has a bit of that too. Okay. And yeah, Subnautica, absolutely. With Subnautica 2 coming out also. It's gonna be pretty cool, I reckon. Being multiplayer and everything, with how good the original game did. Ashes of Creation crafting system has a lot of survival game. Oh, they have boats? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we will be getting signs at some point, Amy. That is on their roadmap. To have editable signs and map markers, to be able to rename map markers and everything. So those things will be nice when they're added. Because yeah, I've been hoping for that too. I kind of don't have the best storage area. I mean, at least they have magic chests, right? Which is super nice. But yeah, I don't have the best storage area because I'm like, I want the signs. Let's see. I think that's, yeah, looks good. I know the lighting in the new video. Hey Joe, how's it going? Yeah, we checked that out at the beginning of the stream. It's really exciting. So happy about it. Alright, now it's going to be the longer part of using these blueprints and then using the single block to kind of destroy edges on them. There we go. Yeah, looking forward to Subnautica 2 later this year. Hope it's more like the original as opposed to Below Zero. Yeah. I suppose, yeah, I haven't actually played, I've watched a lot of Subnautica, but not Below Zero as much. And I guess, yeah, what are your biggest, or advantages or disadvantages to each? Like, what do you like about the original Subnautica over Below Zero? Yeah, you missed it, Joe. No worries, mate. You can watch it back if you really want. Or go check out the video on Enshrouded's channel. But yeah, super exciting, because that was one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, was the lighting. You guys know, lighting in the render distance, I was not very happy about. And I don't know if this will come with a render distance fix, but I will gladly take a lighting fix any day. Because my thumbnails have been looking pretty bad lately. Like, my houses, like, they just don't stand out. They don't pop, you know? Spent, like, I don't know, something like 3 or 4 weeks building the last house build, and I was like, God, I can't get a thumbnail to like showcase this. It's like one of my best small builds, but it ended up not doing so well on YouTube. It's slow season, a lot of other games releasing, but yeah, the thumbnails I'll be really looking forward to just having better lighting in general. It's one of the biggest things that makes games immersive. Graphics, lighting, it's something I always look for in a good survival game. Had no idea when we're getting Subnautica 2. Yeah. Subnautica 2 just didn't hit like the first. You gotta take a shot of the Vodka vodka. Yes, Joe. Original was more open and allowed you to explore the area more. Below Zero is much more story focused. Oh, gotcha. A little bit railroaded. That makes sense. Yes, they say sometime this year for the release. Okay, yeah, I could appreciate why 1 would be kind of fun in that way. Story focus can be good, but you know, as long as they already have a game out with that focus, I feel like it's probably not beneficial to do another one like that. Because that's probably part of the fun with those games is, you know, the vast, just open world exploration of something like that with an ocean game. So I could absolutely see why that would be desired. Is this okay, so this one I can just kind of do like normal and not have to delete. I don't know what I did, but I did something good. Saved a little bit of time. Story focused, even open world survival can be good, but they didn't do it well. Yeah. Like I think, for example, Enshrouded system, they did it really well. Because this game is like a lot more, it is like a roleplay survival game. That has a lot more of the questing and adventures and lore and all of that stuff than a game like Valheim, for example. But I think they did it really, really well. Because they allow you to explore everything on your own will. You know, you don't have to read anything or follow any like tutorial-based stuff. But they had it all kind of in place to do a lot of fun adventures, which I thought was pretty cool. I really liked that. And I think, yeah, story-based survival games, I think they should kind of take that up, because I like the open world feel while still having a little bit of story, just to have like a fun adventure with friends kind of a thing. Hey, Still Saber, welcome. Oh, they also changed the story last minute before it was released. The original story, had been leaked and they weren't happy. Oh no. Wasn't done well. Oh, bummer. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, think Enshrouded, even if it isn't your favorite game, seems to have done it well. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do like the way that they've done the story stuff. I think I remember you saying, Kongville, that, yeah, that Enshrouded was, it's a complex game. With all the games you do, I could see why it would be a bit difficult. Come home from work, pop on a live stream with a game that, like, you know, it took me a while to kind of get into this one and to really learn it. Like, it's rewarding once you just fully learn the building system and the storyline and the lore, and like, but there's a lot to it, which I really like. I like the sort of deep survival games, but it does require some focus. Gotta be invested for sure. Hey, Ebony. You're not too late. You're not too late. Yeah, the environmental storytelling is really great in this game. Definitely, definitely. Hey, Cowgirl, welcome. Planet Crafter also does story-based open world survival game well. Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, Chris, you're the best. Telling everyone I'm live. Gotta get the crew in here, right? And 10 of you who are new that may have either not been on my streams before or would like to be notified and stuff, I do notify in my Discord server about an hour before I go live each time. So yeah, you can just turn on I have a little thing when you join the Discord server or after where you can opt for like little notifications role that allows you to get pinged when I post a video or go live. So in case any of you that are already in the Discord didn't know that, or anyone new watching, welcome. You were sleeping, Ebony. Oh, did you get enough sleep? Did you wake up just to watch the stream? Hopefully you got enough. It's kind of funny. It's been raining a lot in Enshrouded today, and it's also really cloudy and rainy. We're getting all the spring rains now in my climate, so it's very fitting, I guess. Have I ever gone back and finished all the lore? Not yet, not fully. A little bit, because I was kind of, yeah, I was kind of going back and reading some of the lore. I was doing another playthrough with my brother, doing that playthrough with Crimson, which we haven't been at much lately because Crimson has a really limited schedule with his work and everything. So we've pretty much been using every bit of time we can to get some RuneScape episodes out. But yeah, it has been pretty cool. There's particularly a lot of new lore. Where was it? Kind of in the Shroud over down here, near Umber Hollow. That kind of mentions like some of the water stuff and some of the like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff kind of down in here that I know is new from when I played through that section. And also, if you guys know of Ember, EMBR is her channel. Another great YouTuber and friend, and she just came out with a video not too long ago, kind of like a quick skim through of Enshrouded's lore, which was done very well. Yeah, she did a lot of great research for that video. Let's see, can I get a full block on here? I can. There we go. Crimson's doing well. Yeah, Crimson's doing well. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying, but yeah, he's actually a welder for his job, so yeah. He's busy sometimes, but often has weekends off, and that's when we will do some recording together. When we were doing the Thick of the Enshrouded playthrough, he was kind of in between jobs though, so he had a bit more time. And now it's a little more limited, but he is enjoying work, which is good. Yeah, I can't wait for the update to return to Enshrouded. Took a break, you getting a little burnout. Yeah. No, it's what I'll need too. I mean, the better lighting system, everything about the new update, I'm really excited about. And yeah, I hope it'll be a good one. That's definitely needed. I can tell, you know. I can always tell when people are getting tired of certain things. You know, I brought RuneScape in just to mix it up a little on the channel. A lot of you have really been enjoying that. I think it's a great game. So yeah, that one's been a lot of fun. Doing a few little things in between releases and updates of Enshrouded. Not that any of you are like tired of Enshrouded for the long haul, but yeah, even myself, it's fun to check out some new games every now and then. I don't want to just lock myself to one survival game on this channel. Enshrouded grew the channel really big, you know. Before Enshrouded, when I was just doing Valheim, I was at like 5,000 subscribers. So yeah, Enshrouded kind of took the channel almost single-handedly. I did a little more Valheim here and there throughout, and some like OBS streaming videos that did pretty well for the channel. But otherwise, it kind of gained like at least 10,000 subscribers for the channel just doing Enshrouded, which is pretty cool. It's got a big audience. It's such a great game, that's for sure. You have yet to get the new RuneScape game. It looks fun. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I have been enjoying it. You know, it's definitely nowhere near like the level of depth or detail or none of that like Enshrouded is. But honestly, like certain games, I don't need them to be. Like, that was kind of like Dawn of Defiance and stuff. Like, RuneScape is just that really fun game. Absolutely still worth the money, at least in my opinion. And just a really fun adventure, you know? Got some interesting style graphics that I wasn't sure about at first. But doing it over time, and I'm like, yeah, I really dig the environment. It's got a fun little adventure to it. And some really great building, actually, which I love a lot. Amnesaic, how's it going? Welcome. At 970 hours, oh my gosh. And thank you so much to the membership, Laughing Girl. Welcome to Stone membership. I appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. And anyone else wondering, I have 3 levels of membership on my channel. There's like a lower basic one just to get like, you know, little YouTube badges and things like that in the live chat, priority replies and comments because I can see you guys easy. And then there's the Stone membership, which gets access to all of my like smaller builds, and then the Bronze membership is the highest. I actually have a Valheim community server for that one. as well as any build that I've done on the channel. At least almost any build that I've done since like some of the very, very first builds, like many years ago when I started the channel. Then you can download the worlds for them if you'd like, and be able to explore them and pick them apart, all that good stuff. About time you kept forgetting. Hey, no worries, Laughing Girl. I very much appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. And if you want to support the channel for free, anyone, be sure to just subscribe, like the videos, join the streams. It really means a lot. It really does. You guys have been the best community, honestly. Yeah, I'm incredibly grateful. It's very motivating. I'll tell you that. It's like sometimes you know, it's hard for me to like see how far we've come, you know, in the grand scheme of things from when I first started this gaming channel. And like after all this time and stuff, and I'm trying to revive my other personal channel without, you know, any community right now, and like those of you that have come over there and subscribed and things, like it means a lot. It really does. And thank you so much for the gifted membership, Ebony. You're the absolute best. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, your guys' support does mean a lot. It really does. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Ebony. See if I can get this one up here. And also helps keep the channel going, financially and everything like that. You know, I have had decent months with YouTube, which was really exciting, especially kind of beginning of last year when Enshrouded first launched. I was able to really dive into it and be posting like a few times a week because the first 2 months of Enshrouded actually made me enough money on the channel to not have to work that first month, which was really awesome. So yeah, that was kind of the first time I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, if I could like get YouTube up to this sustainable point, and then especially getting kind of both channels going and everything, yeah, be really exciting. And if any of you are interested in like YouTube growth tips or any of my experience with YouTube and all of that, I will be sharing lots of that on my other channel. That's what I'll kind of be doing on the personal channel when I revive it. So if you're interested in any like behind the scenes stuff or YouTube growth, maybe you're starting your own YouTube channel, whether that's gaming or anything else, you might find some of the stuff I'll start posting over there helpful as well. Yeah, the gifted memberships are random. Picks anyone from the chat. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And yeah, thank you so much, Ebony. Appreciate that. Yeah, it'd be cool to get to that point. Yeah. It's neat to kind of see, to have glimpses of like, you know, holy cow, like, you know, the initial reason for creating this gaming channel, I was like, you know, I love building survival games. I was like, I just want to kind of have fun and do them. I didn't really know that YouTube could be making like actual income or anything like that. And it just started growing like crazy, and I felt like, okay, you know, I could do this when I was finished up with school and everything, and all of that. I was like, all right, let's give this a try, and keep trying to post on this channel along with my other one. And I was like a bit unclear about my other channel at the still kind of am, but I'm kind of coming out of that unclarity, if you will. And gaining clarity on that channel, because that channel's more of like, it kind of is my personal life and everything, which is, it's a lot more intimidating to share on YouTube. It's a lot easier to kind of turn on the camera and do gaming videos and things like this, you know, when I have like a clear niche, something to, you know, talk about the videos and everything, and then you turn on the camera and it's like, wait, what, you know, like what value do I have to bring? Like what can I start talking about or teaching beyond, you know, just like a thing, right? Like making a channel, whether it's like a vlog or something you're passionate about in life or other things, it's a lot of a different experience, which is definitely interesting. And thanks, T-Bird, so much for the gifted membership. Paying it forward. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, such a good, cozy, fun community. Continue to grow because it's awesome. Yeah, yeah. This channel, it absolutely kind of gave me hope in a really good community. Because that's something, yeah. That's actually something I didn't have on my personal channel. I started my other channel back in the day when I had that channel, basically before this gaming channel. And I started it originally because, let's see here, let me just build this out. I started it because I just wanted to share some of my building passions and things. I was doing lots of automotive stuff. I started a mountain bike company and things, wanted to share some of that. And yeah, just kind of anything. But I actually got a lot of hate and criticism on that channel. And it was actually a harsh awakening to like the reality of being a YouTuber in some sense. I'm actually incredibly grateful for it because YouTube is not always, you know, just bells and whistles and positivity, right? And if, you know, I know, yeah, Kongville in the chat's another YouTuber. Some of you have channels, you might know that. And yeah, it gets rough sometimes, you know, like on my other channel, I do like music and you know, did a lot of that as well. And mixing like being a musician with automotive things and biking apparently just wasn't wasn't a thing for most people, you know, and I would get like the meanest comments about, you know, things like the fact that I have my nails long on my right hand because I play fingerstyle guitar. But someone who watches like one of my automotive videos would have no idea about that. And so I had to block like so many words or other things. I was like trying so hard to keep the community alive. And the gaming channel was almost like an outlet at first. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna like start another channel, have some fun. And it brought back a lot of hope because this channel has just built such a solid community. And I'm like, all right, it is possible. There are great people. And even though YouTube can, you know, make me feel like, feel in the dumps sometimes, it's, it always goes to show. It's like looking at the positivity will always, kind of win over the other stuff in the long run. Yeah, it's definitely rewarding. Tuning in from Bali. Oh, awesome. Welcome, JPing. I don't know how long we'll be on. Or just be finishing the Mossy roof today, maybe starting some more for the tavern, but you're pretty early. Yeah, just some unhappy people in the world. Don't let them dim your shine. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Yeah. No, definitely. It's something that as a YouTuber, you know, you have to. I think the biggest thing that I've realized is this concept of like caring without caring, because you're not going to grow as a YouTuber if all you are is like self-centered, hating on the world because you think that the world hates you, right? Which can be easy to kind of get into sometimes, especially, you know, with a lot of negativity. Like we all have down days and stuff, and like the online world can be rough, you know, realizing that it's like, you know, it's just online. People will say things that they will never say straight to your face in person. That's just like the reality of it. And but it's like this aspect of learning to care, you know, be grateful for like such a good community and things, without letting it consume you and kind of take over your life. Because when at the point when you let it consume you, then the negativity will just really hit like a truck. And like nobody wants that, right? So it's an interesting balance. It's a really interesting balance. Been lucky, Kongville, haven't had much hate or mean comments. That's really great. Yeah. One perk about being a small content creator, I guess. That's true. That is true. You know, I felt like, yeah, especially as I kind of grew, you know, Kongville, at some point, you know, if you've got kind of breakthrough videos on the channel or whatever, I know that like on my personal channel, the big ones, like I had a couple of I was building a motorized bike actually, as like a project on that channel. And a couple of those videos decided to take off, and that's when I, you know, really started getting the back end of things. Because I was like, hey, this was just like my own passion project and my own hobby. And then you have everyone in the comments who is like the really hardcore enthusiast about that kind of stuff. And they just like completely like, you know, excuse my language, but just like shit upon you, you know? And at first I was like, oh my gosh, you know, maybe I'm not supposed to do these projects or like other things. Like, why do people hate this? Like, I'm just a kid. Like, nobody, like, why do they care so much? I'm finding out it's like, no, you know, they just feel like they can kind of lash out online sometimes. And there is also reality of certain communities being more friendly than others. I found that like survival gaming community is amazing. You know, I didn't really know that when I started, but I was like, hey, this is really cool. You know, it's a lot of more mature people and other things. Unfortunately, the automotive community is just a little bit less so from that standpoint. And you kind of live and you learn. You find things. You find your groove. What resonates with you and others. All of that stuff. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, Tan. Welcome. Appreciate the great videos. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Most relaxing voice on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate that. Did something happen? Would you walk in on Aurelius? me talking about getting shit on YouTube. No, we're just talking about yeah, kind of where I got started a bit with YouTube, and yeah, dealing with like negativity or other things, kind of the reality of YouTube creation stuff a little bit. We could kind of gotten on that path a little. Never knew the motorized bike community was so toxic. I know, Jerome. I wasn't sure either. It's a mix of both, though, right? Like, I had to learn to take a step back and look at, like, I also got a lot of really great comments on those videos that was, like, how much it helped people. Because actually in, like, a lot of third world countries, like, motorized bikes and motorcycles and things are the way of transportation. Like, cars are either too expensive or too large. Like, I went to Greece at one point, and sections of Greece, the roads are not big enough to, like, fit cars. Like, they use bikes as transportation. And same thing, like, when I went to Mexico and stuff. And there's a lot of people that were really, really helped by those videos of knowing how to turn a bicycle into a motorcycle, essentially, for their commutes. And then you get, like, all of the, like, I don't know. Yeah, I won't call them anything. I won't, like, stereotype anything, but there was also a lot of people that were like, you know, this is like totally bullcrap. This dude knows nothing what he's talking about. Like, why would you listen to some kid, right? Like, there's all kinds of things that that are said in ways, and then like the language that some people would use. You know, this was the first experience I had on YouTube. I didn't know that like blocking mean words in the comments was even a thing on YouTube at first. So I was just like, you know, here's me like just graduating from school. This was while I was in school. And I'm like, wait, people can be this nasty? and it was kind of just an awakening of like, all right, if I want to do this YouTube thing, yeah, I got to be ready for some of that. But I can also be ready and like, you know, teach and receive like a really good community. And it's ultimately it's a choice, right? It's a choice. And yeah, haters will be haters. There's always like, what it really taught me is like, if you're not getting hated, this sounds a little rough, but hear me out. Like, if you're not getting hated, you're probably doing something wrong at some point, right? Like, obviously as small creators or other things, like, you know, you get lucky or other things. Like on this channel, it was actually really great. My turnout on this channel has been amazing, super positive. But there's certain things, like if you're saying things, if you're teaching things, if you have views about things, like that's what makes you unique. And not everybody's gonna like you. They just won't. That's the nature of things. And so I think like just realizing that of like, if you're not always liked, that's totally okay. Because if you are always liked and never getting any hate or other people like expressing their opinions about you, then you're probably either just copying other people or not really diving into your uniqueness. And you look at any bigger creators, right? Even any celebrities, good or bad, they have kind of gained success because of this uniqueness, because of their ability to kind of stand strong when, you know, when they're receiving other opinions, right? Not everybody's going to like every singer or every celebrity for something they do. And I think what keeps them going is their ability to move beyond that in a healthy way. And a lot of the celebrities that kind of fail in careers are the ones that completely dive into other people's opinions of them and let that consume them into, you know, kind of just a sad ending of dying off, right? So they're, yeah. Anyway, I digress, but maybe some of it's interesting. Yeah, always bad apples, just focus on being the good ones. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, getting hate is the easiest thing ever. Don't understand how some people avoid as much. Right, right. Yeah, it's the reality of things, right? Yeah. Time to add those mean comments. Washed up old man. Right, right. Don't deserve the title Orc Slayer anymore. There you go, Australius. This guy, okay. Now we're up in the leaves again. Well, there's also is the concept of like, you know, you attract what you're focused on as well. You know, not that I believe in lots of like, you know, karma or other things a lot. You know, I'm not like, you know, hardcore into that stuff, but at the same time, it's like what I have noticed is like, even if I'm thinking about like getting a new vehicle, for example, when I was looking around to buy like my truck, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody has this truck. Nobody knew had gotten this truck. You know, I was just looking at getting like an old 20-year-old Tacoma. You know, that's the vehicle I drive, 27-year-old Tacoma. When I was looking at it, I was noticing because I was actively, consciously noticing all of the people on the roads with a 20-year-old Tacoma. And I was like, oh, hey, everybody has this truck. No, nobody knew had that truck. But because I was now wanting to get that vehicle, I was noticing everybody that did. And so from that standpoint, like, you know, similar to other stuff, like with YouTube or other things, like if all you're noticing is negativity, you're not going to like notice the positivity, even if it's there, even if other things is kind of like that. So it's like, that's the kind of easiest way of explaining, like, you know, focus on what you want more of and focus on, yeah, focus on that and growing that. Here you can help everyone get some hate. You hate everyone. All people suck. There, now does everyone feel special and loved? Kong feel brutal, mate. Can I get... Okay. This is difficult to try to see in here. I think this is where I'm supposed to place these things. Yeah, this has got to be it. Okay. All right. Right. That's why you don't go out much, because you don't like people anymore. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's easy to, you know, even fall into that space, you know, like feeling like the world's out to get you. I mean, I was there for a long time too, you know. It's a hard space to be in sometimes. Yeah, I was always the weird one out in school, kind of the more nerdy type. And the school I went to, I just didn't resonate with many people. Didn't have many friends. Kind of had to learn to like be confident myself and be there for myself, regardless of what other people thought or you know, what the world kind of thought. I'm still trying to work on like getting out more, doing things, right? Because I often will have like a preconceived idea of like, this just isn't worth it. Like, I'm not going to meet anybody new or whatever. That's not the attitude to have. You're too old to care anymore what people think. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I mean, at some point, like, probably just come to realization, it's just draining to be anticipating things all the time like that. Because if negativity happens, if bad things happen, they happen, right? Like, you anticipating or always being worried about it isn't gonna do you any good. There's like a something to be said for being at least cautious or prudent to it, right? Like, you don't want to just go living life completely oblivious to anything that's going on that might be putting yourself or others in danger. But it's definitely not going to do you any good to kind of stew over things. You realize, like, you know, like if someone was out to get you or something, like, I'd, you know, rather live my life to the fullest and not be worrying about that moment, because then you just, yeah, I don't know. Hard and weird to explain, right? Hey, thanks for the bits, Kira, welcome. Yeah, it's exhausting caring what other people think, worry about it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Could I stop describing you by describing yourself? Oh, Joe, so I guess it relates a little bit, right? Love to play through this game. Oh, I appreciate that, Yeah, thanks for joining. Happier than being a Skyline R32 for sure. Yeah, it's not what happens, how you respond to it. Yeah, that's well said. Yeah, fine line between returning hate with kindness and letting people take advantage. That's, yeah, very true. You know, there's, like, I think it also especially gets to people, and, you know, maybe some people will relate to this, maybe some people not at all. But, you know, like, I didn't have many, like, solid role models in my life. You know, my mom's been very supportive of me and stuff, but, like, my parents divorced when I was young, and my dad was like, you know, I still will visit him sometimes, and you know, great guy and stuff, but never really talked about stuff like, you know, anything that, like, you know, especially lots of young men, I think, are lacking this in today's world, like good, solid father figures and role models to kind of look up to. You know, I was looking at work and jobs and other things as kind of my role models, wanting to, like, try to make my boss really happy or other things, and at the cost of, like, sort of selling myself short a lot of times and feeling like feeling like I just had to prove myself all the time. And I think, like, living in that mindset is always, it just gets really, really draining. You know, ultimately, it's like you're the one that's going to care about you the most, regardless of other people at some point. And yeah, kind of always living in that space is definitely going to be draining. Hey, Ripanius, how's it going? Currently rebuilding the barn. Oh, nice. Love the detailing you got. Really appreciate the content. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad. Yeah, hope that build's going well. That was definitely one of my favorites. I love it. Animal pathing's a little rough, but hey, it worked out pretty well. Yeah, I know what you mean. Didn't know your father till you were born. Well, probably Australius. You know, I didn't know my father till I was born either. Fun fact. Unless you meant something else by that. Literally, your name means, oh, well, I'm glad it relates, you know. Part of me doesn't know how much to talk about this stuff sometimes, but I feel like if I, you know, again, that's the kind of stuff that could make me unique by talking about certain things. And there's other people that can be helped by certain things, and that's another thing, like realizing, especially with my other YouTube channel, my more personal channel, that I want to talk about more of this stuff more on. But you know, when I was kind of like in the dumps phase of just feeling like, oh gosh, you know, life is hard, like I don't know if people value me, you know, getting lots of negativity or other things, it's like, no, you know, I gotta like voluntarily offer, like, you know, offer insight, so to speak. Some people could take it as wisdom, some people might want to argue with it. All depends. But if I don't do anything at all, then there's no potential for value. And I think that's the biggest thing with content creation or other things in life in general. If you don't take the risk, there's never going to be a reward. You can sit back as long as you want, and but you're not going to get anywhere from it. Yeah, I love the building physics in this game. Floating platforms is awesome, right? I know, my go-to for scaffolding. There are scaffolding pieces in this game, but yeah, it's nice. Being able to do like floating islands and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Lori, changing the subject. Just finished your castle now. And now you're lost. Oh no. Hopefully it turned out well. Yeah, no, the mossy roof, it's almost done. Almost done. Where do I get all the moss from? Took you, oh yeah, 2 hours just to get enough moss for 10% of the barn roof. So in the mountains, there's tons of it. Obviously, just kind of anywhere in the mountains. Go to the ancient spire, or is that one? Glide down, just do moss runs like every time you log on because it regenerates all the time. And get the best pickaxe you possibly can. Steel pickaxe as quickly as possible. It's a game changer when getting it all. For this roof though, this roof is giant. And so for this one, I've been using a resource world because I ran out of the moss that I had from my playthrough. So yeah, this is like the biggest mossy roof I've ever done. Like 5 or 6 times the size of the barn. And yeah, so with this one, I've been using a resource world for it. Love the new video. You've been waiting for it? Yeah. For the small, the cozy build. That was fun to do. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, Tiffany, welcome. Anyone with parent issues in your life, know that your parents don't have to be our only main source of love. Exactly. Friends, family, yeah. Chosen family, and self-love too. Absolutely. Well said. Yeah. Yeah, resource worlds are really handy. Definitely. Yeah, I hope Valheim gets something like this. Really want to make a Hobbit cave. Well, according to the Valheim devs, that's cheating because you can get away from the base raids and the mobs and stuff. So, yeah. Won't be getting away with a Hobbit build in Valheim. Try to get a roof done on, or this little edge done on here. I didn't realize I didn't finish it yet. Oops, now it's going to be really bright. Best pickaxe you have is the iron one at the moment. Yeah. Well, that's good, that's good. Yeah, just work up as high as you can. You know, I know some people have asked, like, about the moss and stuff, and, be like, get the best pickaxe. They're like, oh, that makes sense. I still have, like, the scrap pickaxe or something from early game because they never, like, remembered to upgrade. It's like, yeah, there's a significant difference. It's like the difference of, like, if I'm building custom trees or things, getting, like, 1 blackmire bark every hit versus 1 blackmire bark every 5 hits. Like, it's literally a lot faster. If you have the better tools. Joe, I gotta do plant at least one thing on the top of the roof. Alright, maybe we could work that in. Put a little farm soil patch and plant something on the roof. Yeah, I could probably do that. Where should we put it? Maybe on the backside somewhere. This could be the one spot, the tribute to Joe. Why not? I gotta pick a plant to plant though. Hang on, let me fast travel back up to the top. Oh, what you're trying to say is the dirt block could become a grass block. Yeah, like in Minecraft, so you wouldn't have to, because yeah, dirt is so easy to mine and stuff. Right. Yeah. I mean, you can, it takes on kind of the stone texture along the sides, which is why I like to do the flower soil and the moss for the roofs, but yeah. Christmas tree at the apex. Now I'm just gonna have to start doing all kinds of things, right? Alright, I have some farm soil in my inventory, I thought anyway. Maybe not. I can get some, though. Actually, is that my other house? I think maybe it is. Oh, right, I can plant it in the flower soil now. I totally forgot that, Joe. Oh my gosh. Totally forgot that. Yep, I've got the farm soil on this one. Oh yeah, anyone who hasn't seen this build yet, though. My favorite small cozy build. You gotta do a little tutorial for the little rope swing on the tree. But yeah, that's the ultimate cozy build. Like that's where I do the mic drop, and I'm like, all right, I'm not doing any more level 1 flame altar builds, at least for a little while. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. But I do need to pick, like, what do we want to plant on the roof? I'll plant a few things in that case. We could do, let's see, berry bush. What do I have in here? Nettle? Any preferences, Joe? Oh yeah, under the Elder Boss's altar, yeah, Kongveal for an underground base. Definitely a good spot. Yeah, they do plan to do creative mode for 1.0 for Enshrouded next spring. Which will be really cool. Flax or indigo, okay. Got indigo, flax. Oops, not that one. Want some of those. Yeah, I'm really excited though for creative mode. I'm hoping like, yeah, it'll allow us to kind of fly around and do all that stuff. You could sit on the swing. I don't have like a animation for the sit though. You'd have to, you know, just do the little sit thingy. Or we could dance on the swing. But yeah, the stools or the benches kind of stick down a little far. Yeah, prefer something in-game menu. Activate creative mode so you can still build and play. Yeah, in a other world with creative mode as an option. I think they'll probably do something like that. Yeah, they probably will. I'm guessing at least like being able to fly, have all the resources, like no build costs. I hope they give like a time of day adjustment and like some of the commands like we have in Valheim. It's really nice. If Kate lives in a Hobbit house, the tree swing needs to be that low. Yeah, that's true. I guess I gotta lower it. Do it for Cade. Alright. So some plantings on the roof. Alright, I can plant it on flower soil, just not the moss. Okay, we're doing a few of them for you, Jerome. Because why not? Because this is a big roof. Add a little bit of fluffiness to it. Oh, make a walk around video, the stuff with the new lighting. Oh, Joe, that's a great idea, yeah. Yeah, I gotta do like tours of like old builds and stuff with that. Update some of my old thumbnails. That'd be nice. You matter, Joe. All right. Yeah, purple is objectively the best color. Yeah, purple's nice. I saw Kate in a chair yesterday, walked into the chair, stood on it, and then sat down. You look so happy once he sat down. Nice. Nice. Yeah, tours would be fun of old builds. That could be cool. Well, like I was mentioning earlier, doing a full tour of like a tour stream where we have a bunch of people on to showcase builds. and you know, I could fill in some of the gaps or whatever, some tours of my old builds with the better lighting. So maybe we got to do that stream. Actually, this is great. This update's coming in the perfect time because we can hold that the build showcase off until some of the better the lighting update and stuff comes out, and then do the tours. Then I think that'd be cool. Yeah. And for any of you that don't know about that, yeah, I've been trying to think of and plan a like a build tour showcase. A lot of you guys have been sharing all kinds of awesome creativity in the Discord server, pictures of your builds and everything. And for anyone that would like to show them on a stream, I was thinking of planning a few live streams. You could sign up to show your build on one of them. And yeah, and then just do like a lot of streams showing the builds. And take me on a tour of the build in like a voice channel and stuff. And that would be a lot of fun for any of you that would like to showcase them. So yeah, we're planning something along those lines, but definitely waiting until the lighting. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Been a while for you. Gonna get back into Valheim eventually. Waiting for schedules to balance out before you start streaming again. Yeah. Of course, put a whole lot of materials and furnishings just to make you want to update everything. Yep, that's how the updates work, right? Yep. People will love your minimalist square box builds, Jerome. Hey, if you want to include them, gotta get the full variety, right? Any build. No requirements for this, for the tour thing. But if I run like a build competition someday or whatever, then maybe we do like, oh, you know, level 1 flame altar requirements or stuff like that. Like set some parameters if there was like a build competition. But for like a stream, you guys can, yeah, do whatever you want. Got a new headset just for the ability to talk in a base tour. All right, Jerome. All right. Guess you'll be the first up then. Been waiting for this moment, right? That's awesome, though. Yeah, headsets can be nice. Crimson, that's what he uses. For all of our videos and stuff. The audio's pretty decent. But he games off a laptop, so all the stuff that he does, he joins in from his laptop and headset from his house, and it works out for what we do. Oh, this is so close to being done. Really excited. You have 2 towns built. One has already gathered resources, playing through the campaign with your boyfriend. The 2 straight up shopping in the Shroud Depot to experiment and go nuts. Nice. Use a gaming laptop too? Yeah, the portability is nice of laptops. I have a tablet actually from Asus that has a 3050 in it and stuff. And that's what I used for a while before I built my PC. I had an old desktop, and then school came around and I had to do a laptop or like the tablet to be able to have something portable. And then now that I'm back at home, I was like, all right, I got to do the desktop again. Because I definitely love desktops if they're, you know, they pack a lot of power into them, but they're definitely not as portable. Although they are really nice from the sense of like some of the new technology and stuff. You could build like a mini ITX PC that could fit in a suitcase. And I might go for something a little smaller next time I build some, because PCs are starting to be like just a graphics card and everything else to support that graphics card. So you can do a slightly smaller form factor now, since we're not worrying about like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth cards, because all the motherboards just include that stuff these days. So it is easier to build a slightly smaller computer now than it used to be. Somehow you always renovating existing buildings. No time left to work on your own designs. Hey, renovating's fun. I haven't done it, but a lot of people have wanted me to do the Blue Goblet Tavern. Maybe I'll have to at some point. Right now, I am 23, almost 23. In like less than a month. So I'll just say 23. Oh, the audio video I did saved your butt when your mic died. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad. Yeah, I gotta do like a slightly updated version of that too. Or even do like an OBS Studio mini course. for members or something. So I've figured out some other stuff with their... They keep having lots of new updates. I'm glad that video is like still helpful and stuff to a lot of people. Yeah, they've been updating OBS a lot. Feel old now, Jerome. Yeah, a lot of people in the community are probably a little older than me. A little younger. I don't care. It means I've got more life of streaming and other things ahead, right? Younger than your oldest daughter, she's 24. And not that much younger. I take it she might, or do you have oldest daughter, so you have multiple children. I'm guessing maybe they're off in school. You don't have to share if you don't want to. I don't want to pick into people's personal lives, but feel free to share anything you guys want. Hey, Island Papa, how's it going? Welcome. $65 but still 25 in your head. That's the way to do it, right? I always get surprised. I'm like, age doesn't always have to limit you to things. I mean, obviously there are, some people start having the joint issues or other things like that. But I do a lot of mountain biking. There was like this guy that was like 75 at the bike park, hitting jumps bigger than I am. Like, it was insane. It was really awesome. It's like, yeah, if I could keep staying fit and keep like, I want to do that when I'm 75. Have a game group of friends, range from early 20s to late 30s. Nice, nice. 44 Still Saber, nice. Yeah, Enshrouded has so many age ranges. Oh, definitely. Survival games in general, and that's partly what I really love about them. And I don't really mind age ranges and stuff for my friends or other things. The guy I work with is 40, and like he's probably my best friend. Yeah. So it's I really don't mind being the younger one sometimes. I didn't choose to go to college or other things, so just naturally I'll have older friend groups and stuff, because all the people my age right now are kind of finishing up college, and I haven't really connected with many people my age. Alright, gotta bring this one out. Okay, this is working. An old soul for sure. All the stuff in your yeah. The friend. Yeah, I get called an old soul a lot. Even like all my teachers in school would and I don't mind that. Like, I definitely identify with that. Yeah, or just kind of the saying, like even as a baby and stuff, my mom was like, "Oh, you're always like my little old man." Like, yep, I guess that's me. Thought he'd be much older at 30. Yeah, not the same age as you. Yeah. I mean, I'll be 30 someday, just not yet. Yeah, I guess it definitely could seem that way. With me not going to school or other stuff, most people my age, or even other streamers, I guess, like, what would I say? Like, most common probably would be 30s for creators kind of doing what I'm doing right now? You're part of an old fart gaming group, all 55 plus. Hey, that sounds like a blast though. That's got to be fun. Most people your age are computer illiterate. Make you just shake your head. Yeah, I mean, like, I got compassion for that though. Like, technology is advancing so fast that, like, you know, I'm growing up with it, but at the same time, like, I can totally understand why people in older generations struggle with it, because when you don't grow up with it, like, in your younger years is when your brain has, like, it's a really quick ability to always be, like, developing. Well, while your brain is developing, it's easier to take on lots of information, lots of technical stuff, other things. And, you know, unless you're always kind of keeping that active, you know, which I honestly do vouch for, like, even survival games, like, if I was retired, if I didn't have the ability to go out, be active, you know, all kinds of stuff like that, like playing survival games, doing puzzles, other things to keep my brain active. And sadly, there are a lot of elderly that kind of give up in retirement, so to speak. And, which is, you know, it's all a choice. But yeah, there's, being able to keep your brain active is always good. And, you know, it's a little sad, like, you know, I've watched my grandparents kind of go from being more active. I mean, they really liked golf or puzzles or other things. And, you know, there came a point where they just kind of were like, all right, nope, I'm done. You know, like where they're mentally just not there anymore. And, you know, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to watch, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you know, it's, I think if you want to live life to the fullest and stuff, keeping your brain active, learning new things is good for you, but it can definitely be stressful and overwhelming when so much changes so fast. I mean, it's overwhelming for me, you know. It's overwhelming to try to keep up with everything, especially as a content creator, when I feel like I have to, like, know some certain things about the tech industry or other stuff. It's like, it's a lot to stay on top of. So well grounded and fair for 23. Have a great streamer voice. Oh, thanks. Yeah, my streamer voice, it gets a little high pitched at the end of streams. I'm still learning to, like, relax my voice, but because I was always an introvert as a kid, you know, still am, but don't really talk very much, and so streaming was like, it's weird. It's weird to go from not talking a lot to now talking a lot. My voice will just, like, go from, like, you click on the beginning of a stream and then click on the end of the stream, and I'm like, eh. But yeah, exactly, Kongville. We're always gonna hate our own voices, right? I mean, I guess some of us love our voice. I gotta learn to like my voice a lot more. I've learned to like it way more as time goes on, you know, because I gotta edit it every day in videos and stuff. It's like, hey, this isn't so bad. I'll gotta be happy with it at some point, right? You gotta learn how to like it if you gotta be with it all the time. But yeah, oftentimes we'll be the most critical of ourselves. So I'm glad it sounds good to you guys. Made yourself get more techie, started learning to game after 50. Oh, got an Xbox. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, like, survival games and stuff, like, you pick the right kind of games. Like, there's a fine line in the gaming industry between just, like, brain mush and actual good strategic games that are not just, like, numbing out and getting addicted to, right? And so it's like, I feel like I try to consciously choose games that are not just, like, shoot 'em up, win, dopamine hit, repeat, and then get burnt out. I try to choose games that actually involve creativity and thinking. Because yeah, that's what I want, you know. All right, I think the mossy roof is done. This is awesome. Your voice sounds like a Northern England redneck. Hey, I'm sure mine sounds like lots of things too. I don't even, yeah. Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah, I love survival and building games. Absolutely. Yeah, they're my favorite genre. Definitely. Most tech stuff, you understand the basics, or the hubs can help. Nice, yeah. And yeah, asking for help too, you know? Some grandparents are stubborn. It's like, at least my grandparents were cool, and like, I've got a little sister that my dad and stepmom adopted. And she's like, you know, likes tech stuff with like the iPhone and things. She was helping my grandparents like set up their phones, or helps my dad all the time and stuff. And my dad likes to be an ass about not asking and like trying to guilt trip you into everything. She just laughs at it, and it's kind of funny, the two of them trying to figure out tech. But she helps him all the time. Am I done? Do a double check, right? Oh, I know the Hall of Honors. I have been to it. We went to it on the stream after the update. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, the flax has grown. Yeah, it's done. It's done. Just make sure I have the edges on the back sides of these. Yeah. The mossy roof is done. Oops. Game was like, you're gonna be done too if you're not careful standing on the edge of the roof. Yeah, it's finished. This is awesome. Now I gotta turn the textures back on and stuff. We can see all the little grassy bits and stuff that smooth out the roof. Oh, with the new lighting and stuff too. We're gonna get to see the sunsets from the tree village up here. This is so cool. Yeah, because right now it's pretty flat, but oh yeah, that looks cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Man, that was a big roof to do. That feels good. Feels good to be done. Not that I didn't enjoy it. It was an enjoyable process, just very meditative of one block after the other for a long time. Yeah, Joe, the flax has grown. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Now we can start decking out the tavern. Getting all the walls done, building the decks, decking it out, quite literally. Why, you made yourself get more techie, started learning to game after 50? Yeah. Yeah, being gaming mind, or actually, yeah, I read that one. Sometimes my Twitch chat will like refresh sometimes. Going to be even more awesome with the new update. Yeah, no. That's going to be so sweet. What do my parents do? My mom's actually a life coach. My dad works a tech job. He does the computer chips for NVIDIA and Intel and Apple and anyone else that wants to buy them. Yeah, designs the circuit boards and stuff. Doing the coding for them. So, yeah, kind of like behind the scenes sort of stuff. He can't say a whole lot, but that's what he does essentially. And then I just live with my mom and younger brother. And then my younger sister, I've got an older stepsister, and stepmom. Where I'll see when I visit my dad. And totally take it down if I don't like it. No, Joe, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Yeah. No, we'll keep the plants. I think they look cool. There's no reason to take them down. I put them behind this roof peak on this side purposely because if I see, like, they even fit with the flower soil, the purple and blue. Like, that was a good choice. Like, you wouldn't even, like, they just look a little more bushy or fluffy out there. Like, I like that. That looks cool. Yes, Ebony. Yes. Arwen, how's it going? Welcome. The mossy roof is done. Do 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 do. Can have the celebration, the Vuka vodka. Okay, now something that's bugging me though is these like end caps. I gotta fill those in at least. I know I'll be cutting them out again later because I'm not sure where the windows are going. But they need to be filled in because this is well, I don't like this like double gap. Oops. And this top section here, I may just get rid of, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Because it has a little light gap up there. I feel like that light gap used to be better, and now it's not that great. Why is it not that great in that spot? Yeah, we gotta do something about that though, whether it's another little beam on the inside, which I could possibly do. Things like that. Now I can clickbait the video thumbnail. I spent over 100 hours building this moss roof. See, Australius, you would be a great content creator. You know all the tips and tricks. All the ins and outs. Yep, there you go. There you go. Now I can turn this into a clickbaity thumbnail. Got a lurk, got a meeting. No worries, Kongville. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, a little outside beam. Yeah, we could figure something out. But yeah, in the meantime, I just want to fill these in a little more because I haven't liked looking at them. Just these giant double gap things on the sides. They don't look right. Okay. I kind of like how these windows could be like the same height as the mossy roof, where you look out and there's like little garden plantings or something. I could do some plants over here, Joe, right on the outsides of these little dormers. There, Australis. Yeah, make my thumbnail. I spent 100 hours building a mossy roof in Enshrouded. Right? No, you just gotta sit here, be like, oops, I was live, just making all kinds of weird faces for the thumbnail. Right. Oh no, yes. You flickery bastard. Okay, now it's done. Freaking Enshrouded. Every time I alt-tab out of it, something goes wrong. I gotta relaunch the game. Anything for the views. Look what you made me do, Australius. All for the thumbnail face. Hold on, I'll relaunch the game. You guys still see and hear me at least? OBS didn't crash, it was just the game this time? I think so. Oh, do I have any go-to games when burnout from survival games hit? Oh, that's a good question. I rotate through a lot of different survival games. So I feel like I'm never burn out on survival games in general, but like if I'm not doing Enshrouded, I might rotate to a little bit of Valheim, or recently, one of my subscribers, Phantom, I don't know if he's watching today, he got me Vintage Story, which I've never heard of that game, and started playing that, and it's really freaking cool. Like, it's a crazy in-depth hardcore survival game. Sometimes I'll just play Minecraft for fun. And I might be actually doing like a little Minecraft survival forever world on the channel when the Happy Ghast update comes out. But yeah, I rotate through like a few survival games. Sometimes I'll play Warframe with Crimson, which is more of like a tactical, you know, quest-based combat game. So yeah, sometimes, but most of the time, like the time I have is creating content for this channel. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm creating content for my other channel or working. So it's more of a time issue than than having lots of other games. You want Vintage Story so bad? I would recommend it, Harbinger. I had no idea what it was, but it, like, when Phantom introduced me to it, I'm literally just starting out. Like, if you want to play Vintage Story together, I will play Vintage Story with someone. Like I literally have no idea what to do in the game. I'm just dying over and over. It's insane, but it's a really cool game. You can chisel everything. Like, everybody thinks my name because it's Chiselchip in the Vintage Story community. They think I named my name because of Vintage Story because it fits so perfectly. You'll get Oblivion next month? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta maybe try Oblivion at some point. I've never played Elder Scrolls games or any of that, but Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's good. Yeah, Warframe's pretty fun. Warframe's free. But yeah, Crimson really enjoys it, so I'll play with him sometimes. Building a mossy roof would be the most unique 100 days videos you ever watched. Maybe we could edit it into something. It wasn't quite 100 hours, you know. More like 10 hours, I guess. Maybe a little more. But 100 days? Well, there you go. Probably 100 days. I'm about to give the eulogy when I cut out like that. Well, I'm glad you guys can still see and hear me. I'm glad that OBS didn't crash. It was just the game that time. But yeah, they gotta fix the whole Alt-Tab thing. Have not played Deep Rock Galactic. But I have been very, well, isn't it like, you know, rock and stone? Isn't that where that comes from? Been watching it, have no idea how to play it. Looks awesome. If I ever played Elder Scrolls games, should play Oblivion. Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to give it a try then at some point, but I have issues with them charging $50 for a remastered old game. Yeah, big name brands are gonna do that. Yeah, it's kind of nothing new, but true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Most of the rage quitting are from people used to playing Skyrim. You know, I haven't played that, so I guess I'd be good, right? Maybe. And yeah, welcome to YouTube, Island Papa. On Twitch or YouTube. Whichever you guys prefer. Yeah. Well, this looks sweet. I'm really, really happy with how that roof turned out. Now it's like the next big blank canvas. Oh, Amazon has Oblivion for free via GOG. Oh, maybe I'll have to try it because I have Prime and stuff. Maybe I'll have to get the thing. Yeah, I have Prime with their app store. Yeah, you've been on the tube since it started. Yeah. I know you've been at it for a while. Thanks, Cowgirl. Yeah, super happy with the roof. I think it turned out nice. Nice and smooth now and everything. YouTube is the superior chisel view platform. Yeah, it probably is. Get like 3 times the resolution, better quality, more people. But I like having both platforms because you never know. Certain things can happen to certain platforms, and if I can stream to both at once, I'll always stream to both at once. I mean, if I had better internet, I'd stream to like Kick as well and stuff. Like, why not expand my audience? But I don't have good enough internet to do that. Yeah, you're on both, Cowgirl. Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, now we're like at the blank canvas stage of like, this is like back to frozen Chiselchip days of like, wait a minute. What do I do now? What's the next step for this tavern? I have no plan for this build. So I'm just like, all right, what next? What now? We've got all these blank open spaces that, you know, maybe we start working on the windows. I could kind of work from the top down of the tavern, maybe. That's maybe not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe I do something like that. All right, I kind of want this to be 3 high, so let me continue this up a little bit. Yeah, let's work on the windows up here. Why not? Twitch just annoys you trying to read the chat between all the emoji crap that they throw out. Yeah, I mean, I can, like, limit some of that, but yeah, that's true. That's true. I wouldn't know as much because of the fact that, like, you know, on Twitch, yeah, I don't want to alt-tab out of Enshrouded right now. On Twitch, I get, like, you know, maybe 15, 20 viewers. I don't know how much I have on there currently. Sometimes I have more. If it's, like, a big update day, I've had as much as, like, 150 people watching on Twitch. But yeah, I haven't had enough to have, like, annoying emoji chat where it's, like, all going nuts and insane. And YouTube has the emoji stuff, but it's like not as big and crazy as Twitch chat sometimes. So having a combination of two, you know, works well for me. Where's the bathhouse or the outhouse? Yeah, I should do like a bathhouse. Yeah. Yeah, if you're used to YouTube, Twitch is a very weird experience at first. Right. Yeah. Welcome, the Enshrouded guy. Been trying to floor plan your builds more. Yeah, there's a lot of planning involved with it. Yeah, sometimes I don't really know where to start with some of the builds or other things. I think for this, actually, we need to plan in, like, where's the stairs and all that stuff gonna go? Because that's kind of important. I gotta have a way to, like, start getting up and down in this build. And, yeah. So where... I'm not gonna be doing the stairs coming in the side sections here. Although, actually, I could. I could do the stairs up here. But I feel like for the tavern, maybe like a central staircase. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Hey, thanks for the Prime sub, Harbinger. Appreciate it. Wing it and then force a plan? Yeah, exactly, Joe. Yeah, a village should have a couple of cozy outhouse squirreled away somewhere. I agree. That would be a good, like, filler building. Once I get the big ones done, kind of like other empty spaces, figure out where they could go. Yeah. Need an outhouse because one day you're going to find the poison oak leaf and be hating life. Make some kind of spiral staircase? That's actually a good idea. Yeah. Start out where the main entrance, and then feel for how you want. Yeah. Have an idea for the stairs, Joe? You had a great idea for the stone ones. What are you thinking for this one? I have no idea how to say it in words. So like the main entrance for the tavern, what I'm thinking at least is we have the stair thing coming up here. Right, this is kind of the big like thing to get up to the tavern. And then what we had, actually that would be a good idea. We got to plan where the entrance is going to go. I need like, because this front section is probably going to be a deck kind of overlooking stuff. I could do an entrance in the side of the tavern, like maybe right below this dormer. I think that's kind of what we were like thinking there, but hey, Arwen, thanks for the Prime sub. Yeah, this section here is where I was thinking of doing the entrance, because if what we were talking about, I think a couple streams ago, was that if I have this staircase coming up here, it wouldn't really make sense to do the entrance off to the side here. Maybe we could. But for the main entrance, it could be onto the side. I've never done really a build where the entrance is like into the side of the build. I always do it like on the front, like here. But with the dormer above it, that kind of balances it out to where an entrance on the side right here might not be a bad thing. And then we could wind this staircase up and around and actually continue it here with maybe even a little deck out here. And that ends up being kind of going over the waterfall that comes down. So for the layout of this build, I feel like that's probably the best entrance spot. Yeah, possibly something like that. Dig the entrance through the stone. Yeah, totally. Kind of do something here with the stone and waterfall kind of encompassing it or something. I think it should be on the left on that wall. You think that this wall? This one to the left? Do it on the shorter wall facing the cliff. Oh, you're saying like this little one, this wall here? Rather than putting the entrance in the middle of this wall here underneath the dormer. I'm trying to think. I probably wouldn't put it on this side here because this will be a deck. I'll probably have a deck coming out over here. But probably not that one. This little wall here is a little cramped for a grander entrance. But if I have and then this could be another little deck that maybe comes out, but it's really, there's a lot of height elevation to try to get this staircase to go up to get into here. And I don't really want the entrance on the back side, because I could carve it into the hill and do it up back here, but that just feels a little tight for a big tavern like this. So for the most grand option, I feel like here, because this is kind of a cool view, and then I could do like a wraparound deck and put the entrance somewhere into here. Put it in the stone. You think having have a deck there that extends the stairs coming up on the side? That extends out the front, and you're saying like stairs that come up over here to the front deck? Could maybe do something like that. There's all kinds of stuff. I guess I gotta decide kind of, yeah. If we're looking at it here. Carve that staircase leading up to the deck. Carved into the stone. Okay, yeah, you guys. Here, I've got a far back thing right here. Alright, feel free to screenshot this. We've got like, you know, from the left to right, we could label the walls like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a few options. But you could take a screenshot of this and then sketch some stuff up. Or yeah, like Joe, if you've got ideas, sketch, like if we kind of wind around with the, like don't really have like a way of like pointing on this stuff with like a cursor. Kind of wind around with the staircase, you know, if you've got staircase ideas or the decks, this screenshot right here, you could kind of sketch in certain things, maybe. Oh, Israelis, the Discord server, actually, is it in the, hang on, let me, can you do !Discord in the chat? I don't know if my chat bot is still working. I think it is. Otherwise, it's in the description. Or for anyone watching on Twitch, it's in the, just on the homepage. Not the homepage, but like my channel page. There's a link to Discord. The staircase, you'd have to swing around into the stone. Right. The wall below the dormer, a grand entrance, thumbnail-worthy screenshot. Look good from down below. Yeah, I think something like that. We could even do like a secondary little roof over the entrance. Maybe my chatbot's not working. It kind of quit a little bit through the stream. Maybe I used up my API requests today. But yeah, maybe like, you know, above where the flame altar is, doing something like up there for the entrance. That then has that stone staircase winding up through like the stone, this is just an idea here, like winding up through this stone here, almost like a tunnel that then comes out through here and then comes up like onto a deck into the door. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't know. And thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. That's what you were talking about, Still Saber, for the in the stone idea? And yeah, Joe, definitely sketch up something. You've posted an image in Discord. Okay, okay. I'll check some of those out. Let me gotta all right, we're all tabbing out of Enshrouded, you know, but this is okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Sketch from the stream. If we have something like this here. Right. Where you have the staircase winding around, comes up on the stair, has the big deck there, and then oh yeah, you drew the entrance onto the side of the smaller wall. We could even do something similar to this layout for the like a wraparound deck like that, and that way I could still put the entrance either here or here. They would all look good. Yeah. Yeah, I do want to do like barrels, crates, plantings, gardens, little waterfall under the tavern. And yeah, no worries, you guys. You don't have to sketch it like instantly on stream. I'll check them out in the Discord. I won't like do the entrance in today's stream. we're just thinking about it a little bit, and I appreciate your ideas. Yeah. Go back to the stairs. You're saying something in the stone here. Yeah, feel free to like draw something up or other things, I guess. That's kind of the easiest. Now I see the plans. Found you when you were looking for tips for this game. Still fairly new to Enshrouded. Oh, nice. Oh, you've got an amazing game ahead of you then. Enshrouded is awesome. And hopefully you enjoy my content. I do have a lot of it. Enshrouded is definitely a lot of fun. Oh, the corner. I should do an outdoor barbecue pit area. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah. And a small hang over the door so it looks nice. Outdoor fire pit seating. Yeah, we totally got to do a lot of that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, go through the floor. So you're saying do like a stone that comes up here with stairs, and then the entrance is actually just stairs that pop up into the floor underneath the tavern. That is an idea. That is an idea, actually. I think at least having we could have a secret entrance underneath the tavern here that goes under here into the tavern and also gets into like a little cellar that's in the bottom of the tavern. And that could be under wherever we do the staircase that goes to the next level. And then the main larger entrance could be over here somewhere. It's actually kind of a cool idea. Because a tavern, like, it's such a big building, right? At least to code, it should have a couple entrances or exits. I was thinking of doing also like a back door over here, right? Like back here, we could do a little back door onto like a nice, this would be a sweet spot for like a really large barbecue or like hangout area. Maybe some tents or something, because we have a little bit of room to the end of the, oh, the end of the flame altar is a little closer than I thought. But yeah, I could put a little doorway here and just have like a little path that kind of loops around. Again, maybe onto another little front deck area over here. Lots of decks, lots of stuff on here, so I'm thinking. For deliveries? Oh, yeah, totally. The Lore's building. Yeah. Keep the stone as a wall. Right. To kind of go on the both sides of the stairs. Hey, Kitty Boo, how's it going? Welcome. Been a while since you watched. Well, welcome back. Oh, rounded deck on the corner? Totally. And hey, Basic Builder, how's it going? Like a stilt entrance or like, yeah, big stilt deck. Because I can rotate the stilt stuff to kind of wrap around. What we can do is use the big, actually, hang on. What I was thinking, what I did for my other build, got a couple ideas here. Excited to see what I choose. Yeah, it's just planning stage right now. All kinds of stuff. This build, I'm so happy with this build. This little cozy Hobbit build. I feel like just the layout here, I can't get much better in a level 1 flame altar. This is my favorite. But I gotta grab some furniture stuff from in here. Because I thought I kept some of the poles in here, maybe not. Let's see. You know what? I don't think I did. Yeah. So what I did though is I used these large poles kind of on the entrance of the Hobbit hole. Those would be great for a deck. Um yeah, Enshrouded is Hobbit adventures. Yeah, right. I know, I want to live in here in real life too. And then yeah, Joe, this was your previous stair idea with the coffin lids upside down. That worked out well for this one. But yeah, no, this build, the planning was really great. What I was thinking, let me actually stash these seedlings in there now that we're done with those. Then fast travel back. See if we can craft some of those poles for the deck. Haven't touched this game in forever. Yeah. Yeah, the new update coming in May. Total lighting overhaul, shroud overhaul, combat overhaul. They're doing a lot of stuff to it. Yeah, it's awesome. At the point, main character, where it's all that's left is to find the fossils and music sheets. Nice. Yeah, all I gotta do is one more achievement. I didn't find all the flame shrines. I haven't been to all of them in the Albanese summits. Otherwise, I've finished everything with the game now. Fossils, music sheets, all of that good stuff. Just missing the achievement. Yeah, then you would want to live in Skyrim. I know, Skyrim, man, the expansive, vast world like that. I feel like Light No Fire is going to kind of remind me of that a little bit, right? Let's see, I think you make these poles at the workbench. And I don't remember what they need, but yeah, once that update comes, you'll play again. Yeah, it would be a good time to play Basic. They've done a lot of, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the lighting and render distance and stuff, so I'm really looking forward to that update. I really hope they do some stuff with it. All right, these guys. Let me craft a couple of those. Because these are huge. These are what we'll use for the pillars coming down from the decks, I think. Haven't even downed the dragon. Tried it 30 times alone. Yeah, that's a rough boss battle. If you ever find it too difficult, you can always lower the damage of the bosses and stuff. And I'll always adjust the world settings for playing solo. Did a couple of hours in Oscar RuneScape yesterday. Missed Enshrouded stuff. Gliding, bandages. All right. You're missing bandages. Yeah. Don't really like the shroud, but maybe it'll be fun. Right, yeah, because they're doing the whole overhaul. Yeah. Oh, there's a trick to doing the dragon fight. See, I don't even know that. Yeah, we do need better render distance. Yeah. I don't like when stuff disappears. And yes, Kyle, I have been doing some RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I have 3 episodes now on the channel. So yeah, feel free to check those out. That's what I'm doing right now with Crimson as a multiplayer playthrough of Dragon Wilds. So the next video, which we'll probably get around to doing this weekend, we'll be heading into the swamps, which will be fun. But yeah, that's a great game. It's been a lot of fun, kind of as a filler game in between other stuff. Yeah, the weapon changes with gems, definitely. Yeah. We'll definitely be getting into Enshrouded when it comes to console. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are waiting for console. Gonna check it out because you love RuneScape? Yeah. I haven't played the RuneScape games, but I like RuneScape Dragon Wilds. The RuneScape basically just made a survival game. Yeah. Want to buy it, but loving Enshrouded? Yeah. Yeah, if you're a little new to Enshrouded and stuff, like, just, yeah, focus on, like, you know, if I wasn't a content creator, I would, like, and even as I am a content creator, I try to stick with one game for a while to, like, really know it, to see it out, to really build a lot in it. But I think a lot of people, especially with survival games, is like, they watch other people do things and then they're like, oh, I need this game, I need this game, I need this one. Like, that's actually a good thing. Put them on your wish list, like, have them, but then, or if you feel bored of a game, switch to it. But if you're having a lot of fun in one game, keep having a lot of fun in that game, because I feel like that's a quick thing that can lead to, like, burnout with games, is like just constantly switching all the time or starting new playthroughs all the time instead of, like, sticking with something for a while, because there's always a lot of fun in that. And yeah, Kyle, mind the caps lock thing. My chat bot's broken today, but yeah, caps locks gets a little distracting. 800 hours in Valheim, just jumped over Enshrouded. Yeah. Yep, I think Valheim I'm at like 1,800 hours now. I know some people who are like at 9,000 hours in Valheim. Valheim's awesome, and they'll be coming out with Deep North at some point too, which would be really cool. Use them for everything. No worries, Kyle. No worries. Just a little reminder. Yeah, get burnt out if you play too long. Definitely. It's nice to have some stuff to kind of, rotate through and everything. Yeah, that's how you ended up with 700 plus games in your Steam library. Yep. It's always fun, to kind of rotate through some stuff, but yeah, I'll try to stick with some things for a while. But yeah, look at how tall these pillars are. These giant support struts. These are what I was thinking of doing for a deck. And what we can do is kind of, like we can angle them because, how do we do it? Yeah. Like we can angle them outward from the tavern to kind of support decks or things to wrap around, or kind of do like a deck that comes out to here with like little stilts and other things. So we've got lots of cool options for deck pillars and other things like that. Yeah. Hey Circus, how's it going? Put 1,200 hours in last year, taking a couple months break to not burn out. Yeah, totally. And breaks are good for stuff like that, exactly. I ended up watching a few streamers, got into the new games. You jump between 8 games in 2 weeks, your brain shut down. Yeah. Yep. It can get exciting sometimes, but like I don't take on a new game unless I'm really ready for it. And being a content creator, I kind of have my eye on the games I really know I want. Because there's a lot of distracting games that kind of come out here and there. I was even a little hesitant on RuneScape at first. I'm really glad I got RuneScape because I was it's a way more chill than Valheim and Enshrouded, just to kind of do in between stuff, because I have a lot of hours now in Valheim and Enshrouded. But yeah, there's a lot of other games that other streamer friends of mine I'll just pick up and start doing, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta do that. Everybody else is getting all the views for that game, or I gotta like switch it up a bit. It's like, nah. And I've got my sights on like Light No Fire, Under a Rock. I've got the ones that I'm excited about. I'm planning on those releases and kind of throwing a bunch of games as a curveball into my schedule. Adds to the stress sometimes rather than the fun, and you don't want that. But yeah. Off to a meeting. No worries, Basic. Thanks for stopping by. Threw up a really rough sketch on Discord. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, I love these games. Cozy side lately. Yeah, all the reaction times aren't what they used to be. Yeah, exactly. They're fun. I got really burnt out on competitive games. I played a really competitive Minecraft minigame called Bed Wars when COVID hit. It's actually the first videos I posted on this channel when I started the gaming stuff. I got really freaking good at it. And there were streamers that had like millions of subscribers just doing this one game. And I was like, oh, maybe I could do this because I was getting really good at it. I was kind of growing, but I was like, this is just, it's not authentic. It's not long term. It's gonna grow old. And I pretty quickly switched to like Valheim and stuff when that game came out with Crimson. And yeah, ever since I've just been really hooked on the long-term growth of survival games. I'm fascinated by them. I really like them. And the competitive nature of games does burn me out because it wastes a whole bunch of hours trying to get so good at something that then just suddenly might not be popular the next day or whatever. And I'm like, God, that's like, I just get frustrated. I don't like that feeling. It's like I should do games for fun and relaxation. And that's like what turns you into like a rage quitter or rage gamers, right? Like I don't want to be that. Yeah. Yeah, nice to let your creativity fly. Absolutely. Yeah. Totally. Glad you and Crimson picked up Dragon Wilds. Made a great birthday present for a friend of mine. Nice, nice. Yeah, we're enjoying it. It's fun. All right. Jill, let's check out the sketch. Oh, we've got another one here too. Yeah. Got this one. Oh, I forgot I had still my desktop capture on. But yeah. This is what you're saying. So the door kind of under here going into the stone, or having like the entrance in here, or kind of off the back. Yeah. Gravitate more toward PvE games rather than PvP. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have the options for PvP. Which is kind of cool. You know, RuneScape has that, Valheim has that. Enshrouded doesn't yet, but they might. Yeah, don't like games that are too competitive. Yeah. Love collaborative games. Definitely. No, I'm with you guys there. I would like Deep Rock. It's not competitive in that sense. More of a you versus bugs. Silly and fun with your friends. That'd be a fun one. I have heard tons of things about that one. What you got here? Oh, Joe, you went all out. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you got the stairs. Yep. The walkway. Deck. The angled stilts. Yep, yep. And then the entrance being on the long wall. And then a barbecue pit kind of being out like on a deck or something over here. Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah, yeah, and then the secret entrance going up through, up in here. Right, right. Actually, I love this. I love looking at all these ideas. Joe Sketch is what you were saying too, Harbinger. Okay, okay. Played a little Deep Rock. Looked like a great game. Yeah, it's highly rated. Yeah. Yeah, so this is cool. Be able to kind of wind around and do something like that kind of over here. Oops, Enshrouded is like doing this the little flickery thing again. I'll just keep it on that capture, I guess, if you guys can still kind of hear and see the game. Yeah, having like a little secret thing, could do a little path that kind of comes up here or at the deck, and then having yeah, even doing like some cool like stilts thing up here. Because eventually, like what I wanted to do is have like a little underground lake somewhere here that like the illusion of an underground lake that then comes out here with like a waterfall coming off the cliff. So we'd have to kind of work around that a little bit. But well, actually, because we have a deck, because we're gonna have a deck out front here, this will be an entrance anyway. If I connect the two decks. So we could still put a side entrance as kind of the main entrance and have a door on the deck. Have the secret entrance there. There will be an opening here. I want to go for a very open floor plan. Oh yeah, do a little pergola with the barbecue pit, definitely. Yeah, Satisfactory is really really cool. I do have that one. What's my favorite survival crafting game? Probably Enshrouded at the moment. Really love it. Big Valheim fan though too. There's a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, this is kind of a cool concept. A little secret thing there. This could wind up here. Man, it is hard to decide. Because yeah, visually appealing, you know, think about like, you know, dividing kind of in thirds and stuff. Yeah, I do think fitting a deck out front is absolutely possible. Although, what do you guys think of I was debating how many decks I want to do on this first level. I was thinking some I could do stacked on top of each other, but the second level might be the big deck level. We're up a little higher up there. Like, if I had a door going here into the tavern, but then we have the decks be on. Let me back out over here. Only have a little bit of time for games, so it really matters if you get the right one. Yeah, yeah. Looking forward to Dune Awakening. Yeah, I had a chance to try that game, but I didn't have much time for it in the beta version. We'll see. Hopefully it ends up being good. So yeah, not this level. This is like the very top. But I was thinking this one would be cool for decks. Doing a big one that goes out there, and then maybe even a wraparound or a couple of them up here, because this is the view. So, I don't know. That's a thought, to use this level here for decks. And then kind of do supports coming out of the green pillars that are holding up the tavern right now. And then I could do the doorway right here below the dormer. Lots to think about. Valheim for you, crafting and Enshrouded is so good. Yeah. Yeah, the adventure, the hardcore, engaging, immersive feel of Valheim is a lot of fun. I'll always really enjoy that part of it. Yeah, time and money have to make it count these days, right? Just hope we get more clutter assets in Enshrouded. Yeah. Decor pieces, small placeable. Yeah. Thinking chest sets. Oh, that'd be cool. Have a secret entrance come up through the bar. Oh, that could be cool, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, that could be really cool. All right, maybe actually, these are some ideas here. Because this could, if I do an entrance, a secret entrance that comes up through here, this little room here could actually be the bar. This little, like, jet out that goes on this side, underneath there, this section here is actually not bad for a bar. Because this is a big space, and then you could have the whole bar kind of come in here. People could come and get served, and then you could have the whole, like, winery and cellar area and some seating being this whole side. And then a little bit of, like, if the entrance is here, you have, like, a little bit of decorations or things. And then a big stairway, and I leave this middle section open with a balconies. I could even extend it. Balconies looking from the second floor to the first floor. And this second floor is just lots of seating and table go out on all directions. Apologies for the game being all whack. It does that when I do the Alt-Tab thing. Yeah, I can, fix it a little bit. Or did, let's see. Oops. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, no, this is Enshrouded's lag. It's bad when I Alt-Tab out of things when I was checking out your guys' Discord ideas. Yeah, no. It does that sometimes. Yeah. I don't think, yeah, some stuff with this could be really, really cool. There's a lot of cool ideas that we could do. You can hear me still. Okay, we're back. Awesome. So yeah, I was saying that this whole top level here, this level could be all the seating. Tons of area for the villagers to sit, have a meal, all that good stuff. And then this bottom level ends up being like the cellar and the bar and the entrance. And then, yeah, big balcony, vertical seating, stuff like that up here with all the decks coming off of the second level here. So, yeah. And with that, Enshrouded is definitely getting all whacked up because of the Alt-Tabbing. So, I'll do one more far back from the second level here. If any of you want to take screenshots of the second level for sketches or anything. But with that, the Mossy roof is done. Try using the Windows key instead. Yeah, I tried that. It still had the same issue. But yeah, someone recommended me that in a couple streams ago. I just trying that. Yeah. Thought it was your internet. You're in the thick of tornado season. Yeah. Well, at least it didn't drop the stream or nothing, but I will go ahead and wrap it up. But I'll leave this up. If any of you want screenshots, this is kind of more of a top-down view to sketch decks or other things. But yeah, think about like maybe rule of thirds, visually appealing, other things. There's a lot of stuff when I think about when designing builds. So don't take it personally if I don't use your ideas, but I always love seeing them. because they really do help me come up with stuff. So yeah, thank you for all of your creativity, all of the suggestions in today's streaming session. Yeah, the whole downstairs is just cooking and kitchen. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, cooking and kitchen, even multiple chimneys and stuff coming up from the tavern. And then this upper level is all the eating and seating. Eating and seating. And then the top level is the inn for all the beds and stuff. That's a great way to kind of divide it, definitely. All right, well, I'll let all that sink in, both for myself and for you guys. And we can be prepared with some plans and some stuff to start maybe doing the entrance or some of that stuff next stream, next week. Yeah, big grand fireplace. Oh, totally. We could do that on the eating and seating level that shares the same chimney as the other ones and stuff. Yeah, this is cool. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Definitely stay tuned for the month of May. I don't know exactly when the next Enshrouded update is coming out, but really excited for when it does. Yeah, a whole lighting overhaul. Imagine how good this shot is going to look and the sunsets and stuff when we get all that lighting. This is going to be phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining. And be sure to join the Discord server through the link in the description or on Twitch, just on my Twitch channel page, if you're not already in there, to share ideas and builds and all kinds of cool stuff. And then, yeah, next week I'll probably be coming out with another RuneScape episode and going from there. We'll just see when the Enshrouded update comes out. And you can be sure I'll be doing some streams, checking out all that awesome stuff, doing some exploration and things. So, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Harbinger. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day or evening. Alrighty. Cheers, everyone.